Hello everyone. This video is going to explain to you the program structure of the pre-university English program that you are going to follow for the year of 2021 and 2022 with us at the Language Center. So firstly, you should know that you are taking this program to get your English qualification so that you can proceed to your degree program, right? Okay. So the prep course or pre-university English program will run from November 2021 to September 2022, which is about 11 months. So after you finish that program, you will be taking an English qualification test. Here we take IELTS, and after you receive your IELTS result, you will go to the school that you have chosen. Okay. So as you know, we have 3 schools in AIU. We have the School of Business and Social Sciences. We have the School of Education and Human Sciences. And we have the School of Computing and Informatics. Okay, so you should know which school you are going to next year. The degree courses will start in October 2022. Okay, so if you are taking, for example, bachelor's in business administration, business administration and marketing, business administration, human resource management, bachelor's in social development, all those are under the School of Business. If you are taking bachelor's of early education, bachelor's in early childhood education, or bachelor in media and communication, that will be under School of Education and Human Sciences. And if you are taking Bachelor of Computer Science, that would be under School of Computing and Informatics. So I think you already know this. Okay, so it is important to know that September 2022, we will be taking our IELTS, getting our results. So that will give us enough time to prepare for degree that starts in October 2022. So what happens during the prep course that we will be taking starting this November? Okay, so this is the structure of prep. There are 3 terms, okay? Under Language Center, we do not use a semester system, we use a term system, okay? So the first term will be November 2021 to January 2022, okay? So this will start after your orientation has finished, okay? This is the first part of the course. So during term 1, most of you would have not traveled here yet, right? Most of you will be doing this term at home through online classes. And then hopefully in term 2, you would have arrived. So that is when we can have face-to-face leveled English classes, okay, from February to May. And then after that, in June, we will have our term 3, where we have intensive IELTS preparation. We will no longer be learning about English skills, but we will be focused more on exam skills, coaching you for the exams, going through trial IELTS. We have 4 trial IELTS usually, 4 trials and 1 mock IELTS, so that you get used to taking the test, you know the format very well, and usually we would see progress from IELTS trial 1 up to trial 4. Okay, so hopefully this happens for you. And at the end of term 3, after term 3 is done, we will be ready to take our IELTS test. okay, which will happen in September 2022, usually during the first or second week of September, early September. So that gives you some time to wait for the results. Okay, the results come out after 2 weeks. And then when you get your results, you will be ready to go through the process of changing to your degree program. So let us look at the terms in detail. Let us look at the first term. What happens in the first term? Okay. So as I said before, the first term will most of you will be still at home in your home countries. Okay. So we will be going through term 1 using a blended learning course book. Okay. Blended learning, maybe you have heard about it. Blended learning or hybrid learning is a mixture, a combination of online classes and self-learning, or combination of physical learning with a teacher. Okay, there is a combination there. So what we will do is, firstly, we will divide you into homerooms. Okay, homerooms like groups. Okay, like classes. There will be about 30 or slightly more than 30. Okay, 30 students to one teacher. Okay, so you will stay in this homeroom for the whole of term 1. Okay, so what you will do with that teacher is you will have some online classes with them. Okay, there will be a schedule. However, the online classes will not be every day. I can tell you that at least, okay, on Monday you will have one class, because the teacher will tell you about what that week's unit is, what the topic is for that week. Okay, and then you will also have 2 or 3 days of consultations or other guiding that the teacher wants to give, some other help that the teacher will give you. Okay, but we will not have online classes every day for many hours, because we understand that many of you might have issues with internet connectivity. There is also the issue of time zone, right? You are from many different countries. I think there are more than 20 countries at least for prep. Okay, so there are many time zones that we have to consider. But if your teacher has online classes, it will always be in the afternoon Malaysia time. Okay, which for most of you, for most countries, will be in the morning. Okay. But Asian countries, we have almost the same time zone, so that's not a problem. But for other countries, our friends in West Africa or East Africa and other countries as well, the afternoon in Malaysia would still be a okay time for you to join online classes. Okay, so we will talk about that even more later. Your homeroom teacher will explain about that. So number 1, you have some online classes with your teacher, combined with reading and understanding grammar notes, which we will provide in a course book. Okay, we will talk more about the course book in a separate video, but I can tell you now that the course book is like a PDF document. It has all your notes from your teacher, and it has exercises also that you can write in that course book. Okay, so this course book will help you study, help you stay engaged with the learning material without having to go online all the time. Okay, so it is best that when you get the PDF course book, you print it out for yourself. Okay, so that you can read it and you can also do the homework, the exercises in that course book. While from time to time, your teacher will come online and then guide you through the book. What we will do today, the teacher will tell you how to do it, and for some exercises, you can do it together with your teacher. Okay, so that is number 2. And then number 2 and 3, completing exercises in your printed course book. And then finally, there is also submitting online tasks. So again, let me just repeat a bit. Number one, you sometimes will have online classes with your teacher. You will read and understand the notes that are given to you. You will complete the homework in the printed book, okay? And this will be helped by your teacher. Your teacher will help you with this. And also, finally, one more element is submitting online tasks. In the book, sometimes there will be some projects or tasks that you can do and that you can submit online as well to your teacher. For example, writing an essay, okay, you can type out an essay and then you can submit it to your teacher. Also, there might be things like designing or drawing, designing a logo, for example, okay, creating things that we can upload online and we can share with our classmates, okay. So these are the different things that are in the course, different methods that hopefully everyone will be able to participate in, okay. Because if it's only online classes, some people might not be able to join. If it is only physical exercises in a book, some people might not benefit, okay, because some people might have the internet connectivity and they want more. So this way we have combined everything, blended learning into term 1, okay. So hopefully it is flexible enough, beneficial enough for all of you, because there are about more than 200 of you in the prep course from many different countries. So we have to try and make everything manageable for everyone, from every country, from every time zone. All right, so that is about term 1. Hopefully you have understood it. Let us move on to term 2. Okay, so term 2 starts in February, and hopefully by then everybody has received their visa, the EMGS process is finished, and they are traveling to Malaysia. Okay, have traveled, have arrived, maybe still in a quarantine if it's still needed, but a majority of you, most of you, will be here by February. Okay, so in February, we will start our face-to-face classes. This will go on from February to May. And when you arrive, you will be bringing your course book with you. Remember the course book from term 1? Okay, we would like you to keep it, complete it, and bring it to us so that you can show us how you did your work. You know, we can look at each other's books. And that will also help you with a sort of a grade, okay, which will help us put you in your next class for term 2, okay. So we will look at your course book, and also we will have a placement test, okay. But don't worry, it's not like real IELTS test. It is just to look at the level of proficiency that you are at, okay. A placement test, and then after the placement test, we will put you into groups, leveled classes. So there will be different levels, maybe elementary level, intermediate level, advanced level, okay. Because here we want you to improve your language skills, okay. In term 1, we focus on vocabulary, focus on grammar. It's a foundation, okay. It's the first step. In term 2, it's a bit of a higher level. We will learn about listening and speaking, reading and writing, okay, with friends that are in the same level as you, okay. Because remember, in term 1, there are no levels yet, okay. In your class, you will have mixed ability students. Some people might have higher level of English than you. Maybe some people might have lower. That's for term 1. But for term 2, everybody will be put into levels, okay. So that is what happens for term 2, and it will be face-to-face. It is possible that some people might be arriving late, okay. from many different countries, you will not be arriving at the same time, right? So hopefully, January, February, we have enough time to get this settled, okay? And then up till May, we will have learned more about improving our listening and speaking and reading and writing, okay? So that is what happens in term 2. Now, what goes on in term 3? Okay, in term 3, we will do an IELTS intensive term, okay, from June to August. We will learn the exam skills and the format of IELTS. We will become very familiar with IELTS. We have to know what we need to get, okay, how to answer the questions in IELTS. We will do a lot of trials, okay. We will do exam preparation and 4 trials, like I've mentioned before. So hopefully, for example, in term 1, if you achieve a band 4, example, okay, and then maybe the next one you achieve 5 or 4.5, and the next trial, after studying more, after reviewing, after the teacher giving you feedback, you get a higher score for the next trial. Until at the end, when we need to do the real IELTS, you can achieve 5.0 or 5.5, the band that you need for your course. Okay? So that will happen June to August. Okay? And this is where we can see your strengths, your weaknesses. Some people are very good at speaking, but maybe they're not very good at writing. Or maybe some people are very good at listening. They are good listeners, but they are not sure how to answer a reading question, for example. So during term 3 is when we look at the skills separately. We look at which ones you are good at, which ones you are not so good at, so we have to improve on those skills, okay? So term 3 will be even more detailed, and it will be very tiring, okay? I'm not going to lie. It will be a tough term. You must be very hardworking. You have to practice on your own a lot. Not only wait for the coaching from the teachers. You should form study groups. You should make new friends and study with them until you are ready to take the IELTS test, okay? You should speak only English on campus with your friends, okay? Those are some examples of things that you should do during term 3. Not only term 3, actually. As soon as you arrive on campus, you should be speaking English only. All right? Okay, so we know what happens next. Yes, after term 3, we will do our IELTS. Okay? The IELTS will be held on campus. Okay, we will have it in AIU. We don't have to travel outside anywhere. IELTS goes on for 2 days. Okay, usually a Friday and a Saturday. Friday is when we do the speaking test, and then Saturday is when you do your listening, reading, and writing test. Maybe some of you have already experienced IELTS, which is good. Okay, so hopefully this 11 months will prepare you well to take your IELTS so that you can receive a good band for you to move on to degree. Okay, do not worry if you are very new to English. Okay, for many of us, English is not our first language. Maybe it's not even our second language. Maybe it is the third or fourth language that we are learning. It is fine. In the past with LC, thankfully, alhamdulillah, we have helped many students from almost zero English. They have managed to get 5.0 and 5.5. So it's not impossible. If they can do it, so can you. Okay. So hopefully you have understood everything in this video about the 4 terms. So we look forward to meeting you for the first term. Please know that at the end of the orientation, around the Thursday at the end of orientation, we will announce the list of homerooms. So you will know which homeroom you will go to. And on the 29th of November, you will meet your homeroom teacher and your classmates. Okay? So until then, please take care, stay safe. Do go through all the other materials and videos that are on the orientation website. Thank you very much for your attention, and goodbye.